Hey guys and girls of YouTube land, it is just me, Jamie, holding the baby. I wanted to come to you guys tonight for a video about a recipe that I found that I really like, that I made up, that is awesome. So, you know, whenever you do low carb, doesn't mean you don't crave carbs every now and then. And the biggest thing is you want the carbs without the actual carbs. The carb taste without the carbs, I guess. So, something that I made today was low carb bread. That is the bread. Yes, it is purple. It is purple because I used psyllium husk, and psyllium husk turns purple once it's baked and mixed in. So, I'm going to show you the ingredients that you need for this. The first thing is, I used Isopure. The reason I did that is it's 0 carb, 25 grams of protein, and there's 0 fat. So even if you're doing keto, you can add fat to this to make it what you need. I used 1/2 cup of that. I then used 1/4 cup of psyllium husk. This is psyllium husk. I got it from the vitamin shop. I don't remember how much it was. It was probably like 11 bucks. I'm going to show you what it looks like inside. And there's a reason for that. So there's several different kinds that you can get. This is what it looks like. It's just a little powder. It looks kind of like flax. Ground flax. You want to be careful when you buy this. The first time I went to buy it, I bought this. I don't ever know what I'm going to do with it. I tried to make tortillas with it one time. Ew. It's berry flavored, if you didn't know, because it says. Anyway. So I used 1/2 cup of this, Isopure, 1/4 cup of the psyllium husk. I then used 1 cup. This is my hack for the cream cheese, because I'm sure cream cheese would work even better. But again, this has more protein in it, and as a bariatric patient, this is what I need. Used a cup of cottage cheese, and again, the 1/4 cup, or not 1/4 cup, the 4 tablespoons of salted butter. You can use any brand, just the stick butter is preferable. Then you're going to use 3 eggs, 2 teaspoons of this, which is just baking powder. For it to rise, you need apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon. And then you need either spray-on nonstick coconut oil spray, which it'll work, but I had to work really hard to get my bread out of the pan. So, it's not as good as using the real thing. You can use regular coconut oil. I recommend using a tablespoon of that. And then just lightly dust your pan or bread pan with this. The reason is it won't stick as bad. So you don't do a lot of it because you don't want to add the carbs, but a little light dusting should do it. Maybe like a 1/2 tablespoon or a tablespoon. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the cottage cheese. You're going to blend that with the butter and the 3 eggs until it's creamy. You don't want any of the cottage cheese lumps in the mixture because you don't want lumps in your bread. That's gross. Once you mix that all together, set it to the side. You're then going to take all your dry ingredients, the 1/2 cup Isopure, the 1/4 cup psyllium husk, the 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and you're going to mix those together until there's no lumps. I suggest sifting the baking powder because it just makes it easier, but because it's such a small amount, you don't have to. It's not a huge deal, just make sure you mix it in really well. You're going to then, you can go ahead, babe, you're not going to hurt anything walking behind me. Mix all of that together again so there's no lumps. Pour the egg mixture into the dry ingredients and then mix that all together really well. I'd say probably about a minute or two, just until it's thickened up and it's all incorporated. Then you're going to take your 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, mix that in with a whisk really, really well so it all incorporates, and let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes. I let mine sit for a little longer just because I got distracted with the baby. While you're doing all of this, you should have your oven preheated to 350. I did not let mine bake long enough, I don't think, because it's still a little bit soft in the middle, but it's not so soft that it's not edible. But you can see how it's a little darker right here. That's just because it was the center of the bread. I probably would have let it go another 10 minutes max. But it didn't burn. It really cooked very well. It's nice and brown. It's a really good texture, and it's buttery because of the butter and the cottage cheese egg mixture. And they're not really thick pieces. They're about like that. But for a bariatric patient, that's about, you know, a good size for a sandwich. It's like a half a sandwich if you use 2 slices of it. So here's the macros on it. It ends up being 0.6 grams of carb when you take out the fiber. And if you want to count the carbs, it's like 2.5 per serving. So that's with the fiber and everything in there. And then it's 4.8 grams of fat, I believe, and 5.4 grams of protein. And that's per slice. So with 2 slices, you're getting 10.8 grams of protein, which is really good. If you're making a sandwich, you put just a little bit of meat and cheese on it, and you could probably fit 1 slice of cheese. So that's 5 grams, 15 grams. Well, I would feel comfortable saying that you would be able to get a full 20 to 25 grams of protein out of just a half a sandwich size. So if you did like that with bread and cheese on it, and meat and cheese, and that would fill a bariatric patient up generally. So there's that. And you can always pair it with the Parmesan chips. That's just a suggestion, but that's a really cool recipe. I'm gonna put it in my refrigerator because I don't know how it's gonna keep. The last time I tried to make bread, keto bread, it molded, and that's a shame. I don't want to waste all that. So I will be making more next time I make it. I will do a video and I'll upload that to go with this. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Have a good night. Bye.